Okay, this program actually we're going to bring in another piece of repeating, and that's the for statement. We saw in the last two videos you can repeat something by using the while statement. And has the while, has the condition, then you repeat after that. So it checks the condition before it enters that. We normally use the while statement when you're not sure how many times you want to repeat something. But if you know exactly how many times you're going to repeat something, the for statement is actually a better choice and it's an easier one to use. So let's take an example here. I'm going to have the user input a number like 15. And once you put in 15, the machine is going to add all the numbers from 1 all the way to 15 and give me the sum of that. So that's really what the plan, just a simple one to show you how that for statement works. So we'll begin right here, int. And for the for statement, you have to use a counter. So I'm going to use C as a counter. So this is my counter. I'm not going to write the word counter. That's too many letters to write. And int sum, because that's going to tell me how many numbers. And again, as I said, the person's going to type in a number. I'll use n for it, for that number. If you say n equals 20, you're going to add from 1 to 20. If you say n equals 30, you're going to add from 1 to 30. Here we go. Cout. Enter the number of positive integers to add. That tells the user, okay, how many numbers you want to be adding. Now keep in mind 0, even if you add it, but 0 is not really a positive integer. It's 1 and up is positive integers, -1 and down negative integers, 0 it's neither. But if you're adding a 0 to your answer, it's not going to change it, but why add a 0? It's not an integer. And cn, and that's the number. Oh. And cout, just get a space and L, so they're not squished in together. Now I'm going to set up my loop. Now again, I'm using C as a counter, and if I don't want to use it here, if I don't want to define it here, that's okay. I can take it out of this and define it in the loop itself there. I can say for, that's the for statement, and if I didn't define C yet, I can go int C, that's my counter. So I'm defining it right here, and I'm going to tell them to begin with the number 1 equals to 1. Start with C being 1. And now, after you do that, you need to put a semicolon. And you need to tell them where to stop. You want to stop when what? When C is less than or equal to the number. I mean, repeat it as long as C is less than or equal to the number, then we'll stop once C exceeds that number. And now you're going to tell them the increment. You can change the increment. It doesn't have to be by 1. So if you say C++, that's going to increment by 1. Let's say you only want to add the odd numbers, and you go C equals C plus 2. So it'd be 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so forth. But in this case, I'm actually going to increment it by 1, so I'll go C++. So now here's my loop. The sum, I should initialize the sum to a 0 because I want to make sure there's really nothing in it when we start that. So now here we go. Sum equals sum plus C. And the machine will repeat all of this. That's the loop right there. If you are doing more than one statement, again, just like anything else, you can make it a compound by using curly bracket before and curly bracket after. And you can write as many statements as you want inside that. Still consider a compound statement. So here I only have one statement. Why make it worse? So that's really my loop here. And this is the end of my loop. That's it. So now I need to print out, cout, the sum of the first, and I'm going to put the number here, n, so it's going to put the value of n for me. Positive, I put a space, so then I squished in together. Positive integers is, and let's put the sum, and let's go the next line here, end L. And that should give me the sum of as many positive integers you want to add. Come on, run the program. The sum of the first part, let's say I type in 5. So you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 and 4 is 10. 10 and 5 should be 15. The sum of the first 5 positive integers is 15. Run it. Add the first 1,000 integer. The sum of the first 1,000 positive integers is 500500. Run it again. The sum of the first 37 positive integers is 703. So that's really how that loop works. Again, we use the for statement. If you know the beginning of it, you want to start with this, the 1. You want to end it when this condition is false. As long as c is less than or equal to n, keep adding. Once c goes, like in this case, once it goes to 38, it kicks you outside, which is right here. And every time you go through the loop, increment that loop by 1 here. And as simple as that. That's really this short program, just to introduce the for statement.